So hey, this is Russell and welcome to my channel. And today we're gonna dive into a topic that's not only a stepping stone to personal growth, but also a superpower that can reshape your relationships. So imagine being your own superhero and feel great about yourself. You do not need casual sex. You do not need social media. You do not need exterior validation. You're actually good with yourself. Imagine that for a moment, that you're alone and that you are actually happy with being alone, that you're happy with being grounded, that you're happy with being with yourself. And that, lovely souls, is what this video is about. How can you be good with yourself? How can you be good alone? And how that can give you so much peace in all your relationships, whether it is friendships, whether it is dating, a lover. Being good alone with yourself is really the key to attracting good people to your life that really add something to your life. And of course, the powerful skill to be good alone, I call it good alone, is not something you can learn over a 5 minutes video. It is, of course, a whole process. And let me tell you this, once you are aware of developing this skill of being good alone, it's going to give you so much peace. It's like a rocket to unleash your potential and to supercharge your relationships. Because once you're good alone and you're good with yourself, you no longer depend on other people to feel happy. You no longer demand other people to do certain things to you so you feel good about yourself. Ever thought about that? And once you are good with yourself, amazing things are going to happen. You're not going to settle for less. You're not going to let any toxic people into your life because you don't need them. You don't need validation from others. You do not need the attention. The only one you really need is yourself. And you need to know that you're going to be there for yourself. And a few years ago, I stumbled upon a YouTube video of Tracy McMillan. She decided to marry herself and to write a book about it. So I read the book. It's an amazing book.
I had always been going through life like with this sense of lack. I felt like I was kind of half a person and that I was missing something. And I went into my relationships hoping to solve this feeling that I'd had my entire life, that I wasn't whole unless someone loved me. And the truth is that I wasn't ever going to feel whole until I learned to love myself. So this business of marrying yourself transforms every area of your life, your business, family relationships, kids, social relationships, friends. Because when you marry yourself, this huge thing happens. You become able to love in this whole new way. You become able to love other people right where they are for who they are, the same way you're already loving yourself.
And then the question is, like, if you marry yourself, if you're good with yourself, from a place of self-love, from a place of self-worth, you're going to attract so many good things and you're not gonna settle for less. So before diving into the practical tips on how to be better with yourself, how to be better alone, I wanted to point out that we are social beings, so there's nothing wrong with wanting social interaction because we are humans, so we need social interaction. Being alone, being good alone, can also be practiced and can also be trained in a way. So what you could do is do stuff by yourself. This can be go for a walk, go for a hike alone. Even take yourself for dinner alone. And one that's really challenging, well, that was really challenging for me, was going to the cinema alone. It was a few years ago when I lived in Canada and I broke up with my ex. I felt like super bad and I wanted to see this movie and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go alone because I need to relearn to be alone. I felt so empowered when I walked out of the cinema. It could be one that's like out of your comfort zone, maybe in your stress zone, so be careful with that, but to me, it really helped. Also, what I love to do, that's something that's definitely in my comfort zone, is going on solo trips. I traveled to Mexico alone, I traveled to Colombia alone. I did so many trips by myself, and it's amazing because now when I want to go somewhere, I'll just do it. I'll just book my flights. So another way of developing being good alone is looking at what you like to do, whether it is starting a new hobby or something you really like to do and it really gives you energy and it really makes you feel fulfilled without it being a person, right? So it could be maybe, well, you want to play the piano, you've been thinking about this for a long time, or start drawing, or listen to music, or go on hikes, or get better at you name it. And then something else that could be like a sort of process, but it's like practicing self-care and self-love. Treating yourself like you would treat a loved one, like cooking for yourself, but cooking good and healthy food for yourself. Take a bubble bath. Treat yourself on a spa day or get a massage. All these things will boost your self-love. And also prioritizing your physical, emotional, and mental health by doing regular exercise, meditating. Well, it all sounds amazing. I know it's hard to put it into practice, but little by little, you could maybe take one activity from this video. Also, something that's very helpful to me is sit with myself and breathe. It's kind of like meditating, but not really meditating. It's easier than meditating. So just sit down basically and you start breathing deeply. So you do like, you breathe in. It's harder when you're having a cold. 5 seconds, and you breathe out 5 seconds. It's basically just breathing and giving your body oxygen, because your body at any moment in time shows you so much self-love, right? It's pumping your blood. It keeps you alive, whatever it takes, whatever you put into your body, it always tries to do the best for you. So your body biologically is there for you and is showing you self-love at any moment in time. Another thing that helps me a lot is setting goals. Like, this is what I want to achieve by this time. Really helpful. Also, something that I don't really do that much and that I would like to do more often is journaling. So writing down your thoughts, your feelings at a certain time of the day can really help to broaden your mind. And it's also a moment where you are with yourself, you're alone, you're honoring your thoughts, you're honoring your emotions by jotting them down, right? It's also an act of self-love. And there are probably way more, but the last one for this video is positive self-talk. How do you talk to yourself? Do you talk to yourself as you would talk to a loved one or a friend? Or do you talk to yourself negatively? And how, well, just think about it. How could you cheer yourself up more? How could you be your own best, amazing cheerleader so you feel better about yourself? The goal is really not to overwhelm you with this video and the amount of techniques that I shared. It's really to cherry pick like one that suits you or one you could maybe easily integrate into your routine. If you have other ideas or you have other strategies to be better alone, please share them in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button if you want to be notified when a new video comes out. And until we meet again, stay strong, stay true, and keep shining brightly. And you might want to share this video with someone who really needs to hear this, okay? Bye-bye.